TinkerCAD tips. This is going to be part 3 in our Slime Ball Twist Fidget tutorial. If you haven't caught parts 1 and 2, you can always click through to my profile and find those. They'll be the tutorials just before this one. Alright, a quick review here. In the prior 2 tutorials, I had shown how we made this using the sketch tool, how we had made this and this as well. This part is going to represent the part that will become a hole, and it's what's going to slice up our sphere here. This part here will represent the hidden tracks that are going to be on the inside. And in this tutorial, we're going to work on creating the little tabs that are going to ride inside of this hidden slot here that'll keep the sections from falling apart. Now, just a quick reminder, we've cut these hidden tracks here. Do not change the height of this. Don't change the length or the height. That needs to remain fixed. Now, the same is going to hold true of this part over here. All right, so we're going to start with this part here, and just like we did before, we're going to make the twist on these. I'm not going to do the duplication yet, and you'll see why in a moment. So, first thing I'm going to do is change this to smooth. I'm going to change the twist to 90. Now, what we need to do is to create just a little 10mm section of this that will ride inside of this, which will become a hole shape, and it needs to be right about at the middle of this. So what I'm going to do here is create some hole shapes that will help us gauge that 10mm section. So I'm going to stretch this out here. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and I'm going to bring up the height of this. And whoops, let's undo that. Click on this part here. Let's bring this up a little bit. Not quite. It's about halfway there. Now, while this whole box is selected, I'm going to hit Control D. I'm going to put the work plane, use W to put the work plane up here, D to drop. Now, holding down the Control key, and while my snap grid is set to 1mm here, I'm going to go up 10mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if we look at the part there, that represents what we're going to have for a tab, that's about in the middle there. So let's put the work plane back, hit W, I'm going to put that back on the default. Okay, I'm going to slide over a bit here. Now I'm going to take these 2 hole boxes, I'm going to select them both, and I'm going to bring them over here to this part. On this top one here, I'm going to drag that up so that it covers all of that. Zoom out a bit here. There we go. Now I'm going to select all 3 of those parts. Control G Union Group. Now, this is just going to be one of 8 that we need to have, but I want to note here that the bottom of these are completely flat. This would not print well. There's going to be no supports that we can put on the inside of this. So what I need to do is to cut these off at a bevel. So we're going to step through that. So while that's selected, I'm going to make a duplicate of this. I want to have a duplicate here that I can use as a reference for height. So Control D, and then I'm going to Shift nudge that over here. Now to make this a little bit easier to cut these off, I'm going to hold down this Shift key and I'm going to rotate this over 180 degrees. And I'm going to use a hole box here to cut off a bevel. So I'm going to grab a hole box here. I'm going to set it on top of that edge. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to hold my Shift key and I'm going to rotate this over 45 degrees. And I'm going to rotate this direction to sort of get it in square with the bottom of that yellow part there. See that? Okay, I'm going to click away for a moment. All right, now I'm going to start using my cursor keys and moving this whole cube about Holding control and moving down. Got to do a little adjusting here. And as I'm doing this, I'm kind of watching. You can see the shadow of what it's going to be cut off there. Let's get above it here. Let's move it this direction a bit. And down a little bit. And let's go up just a little bit. And this direction, that looks pretty good. That should cut off a nice section of that at an angle. Okay, now I want to make a duplicate of that and place it on this one over here. Now remember, the two of these are attached together. They're all part of the same sketch. So I have to put the same one there. So while that whole box is selected, I'm going to hit Control D. And I'm going to cursor nudge this one over here. There's no exact science to this. You just kind of have to eyeball it. There we go, that's pretty close. Now to get everything lined up and exact, while this one is selected, I'm going to shift select this other whole box. I'm going to bundle group them together for a moment, Control B. Then I'm going to shift select those yellow parts, L for align. I'm going to click on the yellow part to make it the master. And I'm going to center this direction and this direction. Okay. Now I'm going to unbundle those holes. Click up here to unbundle. And I'm just going to double check by looking at those shadows that it's going to be cutting those off. Looks really good. So I'm going to lasso select those. Control G to union group. And now I'm going to rotate this back over 180 degrees. Now I want to make sure these are at the same height as our original ones. So I'm going to click on these. I'm going to shift select these over here. L for align. I'm going to click over here on these. And I'm going to set to the top. So now I know my new ones are at the same height as the old ones. Now let's duplicate this. So I have that. I have it selected. Control D. I'm going to rotate these 45 degrees. I'm going to duplicate. There we have 8 of them. I'm going to select all of those. I'm going to bundle group those together. Control B. There we go. I can move these out of the way for a moment, and just to verify our work, let's temporarily take these, make them transparent. I'm going to shift select on our little tabs here, click L for align. I'm going to click on this part over here to make it the master. I'm going to click in here. And if we look, we have a little bit of the yellow part sticking out, which is what we want. We want that to be bound with the solid part of the sphere, and the rest of it's riding inside what's going to be our hollow track. So that brings us to the end of part 3. Let me go ahead and shift these over here. Hope you come back for part 4. We're going to put all of this together, do some union grouping, and hopefully finish making our Slime Ball Twist Fidget. As always, like, follow, and repost. Drop me some comments. And I hope to see you in part 4. Until then, happy tinkering.